Imagine two identical apartments sitting side by side in the same neighborhood. The first belongs to a professional earning $95,000 a year. Inside, there is a 75-inch television, a leather sectional, and closets full of clothes with the tags still attached. But this person checks their bank account with a knot in their stomach. They are only 2 missed paychecks away from a crisis. Now look at the second apartment. This neighbor earns $52,000 a year, roughly half as much. Their space is open. They own a modest couch and exactly the kitchen tools they use. When they check their bank account, they have 18 months of expenses saved and invest 20% of each and every paycheck. Despite earning significantly less, the second neighbor has 10 times the financial security. We are often told that success is measured by accumulation, that as your income grows, your collection of possessions should grow with it. But high earners often find themselves trapped because their lifestyle expands to consume every new dollar. They become responsible for maintaining an environment that costs more to keep than it did to buy. This happens because we rarely calculate the full price of what we own. Every object actually has 2 costs. The first cost is the purchase price, the number you see on the receipt. The second cost is the price of ownership. A treadmill takes up about 20 square feet. Where urban space costs $30 to $50 per square foot annually, you pay up to $1,000 a year in implicit rent just to store that machine. There is also a psychological cost to our possessions. Visual clutter has been scientifically shown to increase cortisol levels in the body, meaning the more items you have to clean, organize, and worry about, the more your home environment taxes your ability to focus. Then there is the opportunity cost. Every $1,000 locked in, unused equipment is $1,000 that isn't growing in an index fund. Over 15 years, that's thousands of dollars in lost gains. The purchase price is just the entry fee. By keeping items you don't use, you are effectively trading your future financial margin for the burden of storage. Major purchases are rarely isolated events. In reality, they tend to trigger a rapid chain reaction of further spending across your entire life. This is the lifestyle multiplier. Consider the purchase of a $30,000 boat. That boat requires a trailer, a vehicle capable of towing it, storage fees, maintenance, and insurance. A single item creates an entire ecosystem of mandatory, ongoing expenses. Cultural pressure turns this multiplier into a permanent drain on wealth. High earners are often encouraged to replace functional items, like cars or phones, purely because a newer version exists, or they have grown bored with the current one. When boredom is treated as a reason to upgrade, the goalpost for enough moves every time the salary increases. Without recognizing this chain reaction, the things you bought to improve your life eventually create a set of liabilities that dictate how you must live. Relying on willpower to stop this accumulation usually fails. Instead, it is much more effective to simply change your environment so that spending becomes difficult and saving becomes automatic. You can create spending friction by deleting shopping apps, removing stored credit cards, and requiring a 24-hour waiting period. Consider the cost per use filter. Divide an item's price by its realistic uses. A $300 gadget used twice costs $150 per use, but a $2,000 mattress used nightly for a decade costs 54 cents per use. This math reveals true value. These mechanical barriers stop emotional marketing from dictating your budget, ensuring that your money stays in your accounts rather than being scattered across your living room. Success is usually depicted as a collection of visible markers: the right house, the right car, and the right brands. But there is a different way to measure wealth: optionality. This measures your ability to make choices based on desire rather than budget. Optionality is what allows you to leave a job that is no longer a fit, to take 6 months off for a family emergency, or to start a business without a guaranteed paycheck on day one. Building this flexibility requires defining what is enough before your income rises. By setting a personal standard for your home, car, and wardrobe, you ensure that every raise goes toward your security. Every object you decline to buy is a trade for your future time. By limiting the hidden costs of stuff, you aren't just saving money, You are purchasing the ability to choose how you live your life.